All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining in again with Ranger Stop and Pop here at RSP Lounge. We're very excited to wrap up today's afternoon with our final guest of the day. Uh, of course, with Ranger Stop and Pop, we have various artists and vendors that are part of the event, but several artists that also work with our events to bring the artwork that you see on badges, on the shirts and stuff. And we're really excited to introduce you to one of our newest artists that we'll be working with, Michael Watson, aka the most hype man in the industry. If you were here at the line to get in, you would experience the essence of one Michael Watson. So, for those that are getting introduced to you for the first time, Michael, tell the audience a little bit about yourself.
Hello, everybody. Name's Mike Watson. I'm the publisher of Freestyle Comics. Excuse me, sorry. I am a big geek at heart, and as you can tell, my throat is dry from all the talking, freestyling, laughing, and pitching I've been doing today. This show has been amazing. Been doing comic books I'm going to literally say ever since the sixth grade, because me and my friend Tom started a business in the sixth grade, and we made paper comic books and we sold them. So that's how long I've been in the industry.
Oh, very awesome. So, with this being your first time at Ranger Stop and Pop, tell the audience about your experience with 2 days into the con and what is it like to be a vendor at Ranger Stop and Pop?
Well, this one being my first show, I feel like it's immediately like family. It's like a small show, almost like a family reunion type of style. My row is lit. All right. We have music. We got people line dancing. We are pitching and selling our books. We're telling stories to each other, just having a good time at the show. I'm enjoying all the cosplay, all the Power Ranger cosplay that we're getting today. Um, the stars walking around next to you, just speaking to you, saying hello. Like I got caught off guard like three times. Like, oh, you ain't got no personal guard? You just out here walking? So, but Ranger Stop has been great. I don't. It's a very very good positive geek vibe. Like this is like what you want. It's like being at your house with all your friends and geeking out.
Yes, exactly. And that is one thing that definitely makes Ranger Stop and Pop stand out versus other conventions. Now, of course, as I mentioned earlier, you are going to be one of the newest artists with Ranger Stop and Pop, and you will actually have your artwork debuted with our Orlando show. How has it been getting ready to be that debut artist for Ranger Stop and Pop, and along with working with celebrities like Karen Ashley and Nakia Bursey as you're about to trek into this new addition to your resume?
Nerve wracking. Nerve wracking. I'm normally not the type of person to be bothered by pressure, but with being the new guy on the field and seeing all the artwork for the cards and the posters, I'm like, I've got to dig in. When I get back home, I got a 9 hour drive. I'm gonna sleep all day, and then I'm immediately about to start sketching and laying out. I definitely want to keep the dopeness of the cards and the posters running because they are fantastic.
Yes, yes. Well, definitely, with you being one of the newest ones, Nakia and Karen did not just pick you for nothing. They saw the talent. They saw the talent, but then they got to experience the hypeness of one Michael Watson. So kind of give those that were not privy to seeing what happened the last couple of days. What is it like to see the hypeness of one Michael Watson as you're waiting to get inside the con?
Oh, well, that would be good times. I remember when I used to try to get in comic conventions and it would take a couple of hours because you come early. You want to get in through the door first. You want to get to your signatures first and stuff like that. And with that comes the sacrifice of waiting 2 maybe 3 hours for that good spot. And I was walking past the line one day and I was like, there's nobody out here talking to these people and they're just sitting here and they're waiting. And so the last couple of days I talked to them and I said, do you guys mind if I do a bit of the hype line? Just go out here and entertain them, tell some jokes, some freestyle, and do some trivia and stuff. And they were like, oh my God, go ahead. Yes, please. Occupy them, hype them up. And so if you were here the last couple of days, you would have seen me attempting to freestyle. I normally will go out there and I'll ask you for a superhero or a villain's name from anime, video games, TV, cartoons, anywhere. People like to give me anime, and those are the hardest ones to freestyle for me. But you win. It's for the audience. Either I'm going to do a good freestyle or I'm going to do a bad one. Either way, you're entertained. We throw some trivia in there at the same time, so I give away some prizes from our table because I like to bribe people to come back and see us, obviously. But we did some Power Ranger trivia yesterday. We did some MCU trivia today, and just did a couple rounds of that. And people were into it. They were, raising their hands. They were laughing. I think when people first get here, they forget they're at a comic book convention. Like they're still in their normal society heads. Because when I come out and I say, "Hey, everybody, what's up? Everybody, how you doing?" They're like, "Hey." I'm like, no, no, loud voices. We are at a comic book convention. You are not at work. You're not at home. Matter of fact, you paid to be here. So you got to be excited. And that's always a great icebreaker to get them charged up for what we're going to do.
Nice, nice. Now, outside of the con, you have, like you said, you have Freestyle Comics, but you also have your own comic book that you created. But then you also have your own show, which Karen and Nakia got a little taste of what you can do. Can you tell everybody one about your own comic and then about your show that they can definitely check out that you have going on?
Well, the comic that I push has been my life story pretty much. It's Hotshot. It's the flagship book at Freestyle Comics, where we're currently publishing 10 different titles. And as of the end of this month, 32 published comic books. Hotshot's a young man in college trying to win back his girlfriend without showing that he's a superhero because she believes he's been cheating on her. And he's also trying not to get kicked out of college because he's never there because he's a superhero. So it's about life and balance with him. And we're 12 issues in on that. We have several other titles: Vigilance, Green Zone, 5 Star, Heroes International, Emerald Quest. You can check those out at fsknow.com. My show that you spoke on is Chat and Draw, but I actually got to draw the Power Ranger ladies due to the Moana Nui podcast show, our sister show. And as you guys were interviewing them and talking to them, I drew them with their helmets off, doing some pretty, I'd like to say, some exciting kicks in their Power Ranger outfits, along with some other people. So that might have been the reason why I got picked to draw the next poster.
And anyone that tunes into his show, all the guests, he's literally interviewing them and drawing them at the same time. So even one of our guest co-hosts, Alan Z, has been on this show. Even myself, I've been on this show, and he will literally draw you in different aspects for during the show. And then at the end of the show, he reveals the drawing that he just finished doing while he was talking to you. So literally within that interview, he completes a whole drawing of each person that's on there. So Nakia and Karen got surprised. They didn't know we were doing this. And then we revealed at the end that he was drawing them and showed them the drawing that he did of them in, as Power Rangers without their helmets on, doing kicks and everything like he said. So it's one of those that, definitely have to tune in because you definitely will learn a lot about the guests, but at the same time, you get to see how amazing the artwork comes across. Now, for those, as we're getting ready to wrap up, can you tell everyone how they can follow you on social media?
Oh, that's easy. Most epic art, as aka the most enthusiastic person in comics. That is my Twitch handle, my Instagram, my Twitter, my Facebook, my YouTube, all across the board. That's called branding. Everybody, it took me a few years to learn it, but most epic art all across. And then, of course, you want to check out the comic books at fsknow.com, and that's how you get a hold of me.
All right, everyone. Once again, we'd like to thank all of our guests that has been a part of the I'm about to say FSK. Has been part of the RSP Lounge today. Tune in for tomorrow. We'll have some more live interviews with more of our guests. Thank you so much for watching us on IG. I know a lot of you cannot hear us because of the sound around us, but we wanted to at least let y'all see. And if you tune into the YouTube, you're getting all the audio and visuals with that too. So thank you, everyone. We'll definitely tune back in tomorrow morning with our first interview right at the beginning of the day, right before we hit the lunch hour. So thank you again, and we'll see y'all tomorrow.